Quick ice cubes in Blender. Let's create it. Let's do it. Let's get into it. So first thing, Shift A, mesh. We're going to get a plane. S, let's scale it up. Somewhere like that. And we're just going to need a backdrop. So hit tab, click over here, click there, hit E, and bring your mouse up like that. Click over here, go Control B, and move your mouse like this. Then roll your middle scroll wheel on your mouse and click there, hit tab, right click, shade smooth. Okay, now Shift A, and we're going to get a cube. S, let's scale it down to that. G, bring it up like this. S, scale it down. And X, zoom in. G, let's get it to somewhere like that. Okay, now what you want to do is go here to modifiers and click there and search for a bevel modifier. And that just makes it a little bit smoother. Then you can just bring the segments and right click, shade smooth. Got something like this now. Shift D, duplicate it, and Shift D, duplicate it. So we've got a few. Bring this one up, G, bring it up like that. This one, G, bring it somewhere like that, G. And then just hit R and we can rotate it. So now we've got this. All right, and it looks like this. So it's looking pretty good. Now let's add the material. So click here, go to shading, boom, hit new. Let's go here. And first thing you want to do is click on the transmission and bring the weight all the way up. Now what you want to do is go Shift A and get a color ramp. And we're going to plug the color into our roughness. And drag this in to there and change this color to like quite a light gray, actually a little bit more than that. So tick here, and that looks good. Then what you want to do is go Shift A and get a bump node and plug the normal into the normal. Distance, we're going to make it 0.1. And then we're going to merge them two together with a Shift A, and we're going to get a noise texture. And you're going to plug the factor into there and the factor into the height. Now it looks a bit weird. So what you're going to do is bring the scale to 7, bring the roughness down, and detail up a little bit. And if we click here, it looks something like this. So if you click there, and we can see we've got something like that. And obviously you're going to add it to there. So you just click there, new, and change this to that. Same thing here. And now obviously it looks a little bit weird. So what you'll do is, if I click here on the world, it makes this completely dark. And hide this. Now what you can do is it's got a layout. So already it looks pretty good. It looks a little bit like us. But what you want to do is, you'll see if I add a light. So if I add something like there, and we're going to use just something like a area light, and click here, hit G, and bring it to there, and then go R, so we can rotate it, and then R again, and got something like this. Now what you want to do is go S, scale it up pretty big, you got something like this. Now if I bring this strength up, and you can bring it up to like 500. You can see how bright that is. Now it's obviously too bright. But you can see if I change this color of that, it will affect the cubes, and you can see then how nice it looks. And if you move around, you can see. So it all depends on the lighting. It's not the best way to do ice, but it's probably the quickest way, because it still reacts to the different colors. So if I go here to like a blue, you you can see it then looks like that. So it kind of reflects and has that ice, you know, it still seems solid, but it still reflects the light, not as much. It's obviously not see-through, which is, ice is not see-through, it's solid. So yeah, it's not, obviously if you zoom in, it's not the most detailed, but if you go to somewhere like that, I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller. You can see it looks something like that, which I think is pretty good. It looks, like I said, it's obviously not the most realistic, but yeah, it will do the job if you want quick ice. So this is a quick ice tutorial material in Blender. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure you check out the Patreon. Make sure you subscribe, would appreciate that. Cost you nothing. Share it with your grandmother, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.